What is good, people of the internet and beyond? My name is Jay Sean.
And you can call me Natty.
Rocky Gold, back again.
And we're here today. We're going to run down. We're the weekly rundown. We are here to do like we always do. We're going to review Raw, Smackdown, give our opinions on the ins and outs of what happened. Then we're going to give our superstar and match of the week, and that'll be that.
Yeah, fair enough. Shall we get started then?
Go ahead and jump right into it. How did Raw kick off this
Raw
week?
kicked off with Kurt Angle coming out.
Oh, yeah, this thing.
Well, he was talking about how last week, he didn't appreciate the fact that he was sucker punched. It's one of those, when it came to the whole entire situation
But to be fair, would you appreciate getting sucker punched?
Well, no, but the logic that Kurt Angle was using was, look, you screwed me in at Survivor Series. That was my little way of getting back, in a sense. But the sucker punch was not necessary. I thought we were even. So Triple H, I want you to come out here, right now.
Face me like a man type shit.
Yes. And who comes out? Stephanie McMahon. Now, I think we can all agree, Stephanie's a businesswoman, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Might as well.
So basically, she comes out there basically talking business when it comes to Kurt Angle. It's like, you don't understand, Kurt. Like, you need this job. You have a family, right? How many kids? 4, 5? Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, 5
7.
now.
Seven.
This is what, like, you're in your second marriage or whatnot. Those bills aren't going to pay themselves.
Who told Stephanie to pull all them skeletons out of this man's closet like that?
Well, speaking of skeletons, she also brings up, you used to be you used to be an Olympic gold medalist you won the Olympic
medal
gold
doesn't go away.
You win an Olympic gold with a broken freaking neck. All right, I don't think that's paying the bills as much as they used to. Is it? No.
Which is funny because I'm sure if he wanted to, he literally could go out and be like, Olympic gold medalist, bitch. Give me money, and he would get it. But
she brings up that it's because of you that Ronda Rousey is acting this way. Ronda is one of the top female athletes in the world right now, and you caused her to be this way. This is on your hands.
Shoot, you right.
And that's when Ronda comes out. Ronda Rousey comes out.
Correct. I don't like you speaking out my name out the side of your neck without me being here.
Basically. To which she's like, I do have my WrestleMania match I still need to announce. And Stephanie's like, okay, you're about to announce it. Drum roll, everyone. As soon as the drum roll starts.
Actually, before she said that, she wanted to reiterate
that it can't be a current
championship. It's not a championship match, and they have to be an active member of the WWE roster.
Very true.
Raw roster.
Very true.
And so she was like, okay, all right, I get it. I want to say who I'm going to fight.
All right, drum roll, please. As soon as the drum roll starts.
There was no building. There was no build up to it.
That's what I said. As soon as it starts,
I want you. It's like
and the crowd's eating it up. They're doing a good job with Ronda right now. Triple H steps out, and
after Stephanie had told Kurt Angle that Triple H was not there at the arena that night.
Right.
And then he goes out and he's like, no.
This ain't how we about to do this.
Right.
We're not doing things like this. No. And Kurt's like, bro, I thought you said that you weren't here. Yeah, well, I'm here. Things happen. Surprise. Here we go.
But here's the thing. As the contract said, it has to be an active superstar on the roster. Stephanie here is the commissioner of Monday Night Raw.
She has an administrative contract.
To which Kurt Angle was like, you're right. She does have that.
But she also has a competitive contract, meaning, Ronda, if you don't mind me stepping over you right quick, it will be a match at WrestleMania, but it won't just be Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon. It'll be Stephanie McMahon and Triple H versus Ronda Rousey and me. I don't know. I thought that was so. It was weird phrasing of how he kind of like emotionalized his talking. Like it was
better than him saying Kurt Angle.
It was
better than talking about himself in the third person.
It was,
but still, and me.
Right.
But now Stephanie tries to take the initiative. Tries to slap Kurt Angle, but Ronda snatches her hand before she
with like the meanest of forearms. She was like,
yeah. And like Stephanie just kind of looked and was like,
And Triple H is like, okay, my wife's in trouble. Look, let's all be civil here. There's no need to be rude or anything like that.
Then he goes to swing on Kurt, and Kurt's like, nah, fam, I understand this time. Deflected. And like, then they fight for a little while, and Ronda's just kind of standing there awkwardly, like, do I help him?
Right, it was like super awkward.
Like,
But
do I help
then,
him?
from out of nowhere, awkwardly, Stephanie comes up.
Yeah, with a forearm, and then she wants to like stand there like she's the G, like yeah, what you gonna do, yeah, and then she powdered out of the ring. And she did. You saw that?
I was gonna say like that's basically the look that Ronda had, just kind of the you motherfucker.
And then she picked Stephanie up.
Powdered. No, that was later. She
was later.
powders. She runs.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Kurt goes to try to do the
Ankle
lock. She deflects it. Then he goes for it a second time, but he gets it. This was after Stephanie's left the ring.
Yeah.
She leaves the ring. She goes around. And she pulls Triple H out of the ring.
Yeah.
There are referees that are trying to help Triple H. And then Ronda Rousey, come here, yike. And
and like pulls Stephanie up by her hair on the ring apron. Does like a butt bomb on the ring apron.
Right.
And
Pulls
then
Stephanie in the ring and then proceeds to give her the meanest
Samoan
drop.
Which I'm so glad.
They should have a Samoan drop contest between Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. Who has the meanest Samoan drop?
Oh my God, I can see it though.
Well, I'm glad that you actually mentioned Nia Jax, because after this segment was over, the match that we had was Asuka versus Nia Jax. Oh, come on. This match was
it was a good match, but before we get into it, I'm tired of seeing it. Yes, I get that they're doing something with Nia here that we will talk about in a second. But y'all, stop putting these two in a match together, please. If anything, go back to the old like Nia Jax is just coming out to attack people just because she can.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're saying is making sense, and they do have to. And I'm gonna agree with you that Asuka versus Nia Jax should be like a pay-per-view event since they've already since they've already done that in the past. Like it was her versus Nia at Elimination Chamber. The problem is that they keep putting them two in the ring, even if it's not a pay-per-view event match, and eventually people are going to get tired of it. And if they try and book them for another pay-per-view, people are like, we don't want to see this. We've already seen this X amount of times.
Although there was a couple of moments in this match that made it a lot more different than what the usual one. Like, for example, one of the moments that I put in here was there's one moment where Nia Jax, I forgot what the setup was, but she has Asuka like high up in the air. I put in my notes that Nia basically made Asuka Superman for a moment, like just carrying her around with like arms to the side or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Just, and before she like tosses her down, or I think Asuka reverses out of it.
Mm-hmm. And then go ahead.
I was going to get to the end of the match unless you had something else to say.
No, I was just going to go right to the point.
Well, the end is Asuka gets Nia Jax to an armbar for a long time.
And will not let go. There were a number of positions that Asuka was put into, and she still kept that armbar in place. Like, there was one moment, like, Nia pulled Asuka pulled, like, a standing armbar where she was laying down and Nia Jax was standing up, and then she pulled, like, a Roman Reigns, and she picked Asuka up and rammed her into the turnbuckle, but Asuka still stayed on. And I thought it was pretty neat.
One of those weird cobras. Whenever they catch a cow or something, like they won't let go no matter what.
I thought that was pretty neat.
But, just for the record, I'm not calling Nia Jax a cow, nor am I calling Asuka a snake. Just it was an analogy, people. Don't kill me.
But eventually, Nia can't hold on to it anymore. Reluctantly, she does the reluctant tap out. She didn't want to, but she knew her arm was in peril.
I think this is Nia turning babyface.
Yeah. A lot of people have said that, and it's kind of true. Like, as much as it's like, it's gonna be weird because anytime they have a big person like that they've had like a monster push, it looks and feels weird. And I don't want them to kind of big show her in the sense where she's gonna flip back and forth after this change.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see them trying to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't want that to happen. I'm hopeful because
I think they're going for a more Braun Strowman type getting over. Not in a sense of like destructiveness, but of putting her over to where we're gonna have two Braun Strowmans basically on the roster. However, I feel like she may get the Big Show treatment.
Who knows? But let's get away from the women's division. Let's go to the tag team division, shall we? So, for our match, we had the Revival going up against The Bar. Now, it was announced that if the Revival did get the win, they would have a match at Mania for the titles.
Mm-hmm.
sadly, one
You
thing-
already know what was about to happen.
It's one of those. Let's be honest. We all love the Revival. As a
We
matter of fact,
go hard.
one of the highlights I have in this match is the fact that Revival used the bar to try to beat up the bar. As in, there's a moment where Cesaro was up on the top rope. One of the, I think it was Dash, tripped him up or whatnot, and then Sheamus was going for the attack, but instead they used Sheamus to launch him into Cesaro in the top corner.
Hard.
But sadly, after a lot of tomfoolery and all sorts of BS that happens, the bar gets the win.
Of course, because why not?
Which makes me think that at Mania, there's going to be some type of tag team returning.
I mean, who knows?
Possibly.
Or debuting.
Possibly, because later that night, well, after Raw, Sheamus ran his big mouth on Twitter and was like, ha, 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 we challenge anybody any tag team that thinks that they can beat us at WrestleMania to an open challenge. You're invited. Come on down and get beat up by the bar. Ding. No, not really that words exactly, but
Essentially, those words.
essentially that. Then we got a lot of people, the Young Bucks, who were talking about like
No, they're not.
I'm saying they responded.
They responded.
I'm not-
Sorry.
They responded. They were like, "Hey, yeah, we're open that night. I wonder if Ring of Honor will let us out of our contract to do it." Maybe, and I'm not hopeful that they will.
They won't.
But stranger things have happened.
That's true. Maybe this will be the start of a coalition between WWE and Ring of Honor.
You never know.
Just like WWE and New Japan.
No, that's a
Hey,
Jericho thing.
you never
Anyways,
know.
And Mysterio.
Mysterio wasn't signed with WWE. Anyways,
Torn biceps. God dang.
anyways. Speaking of Mysterio, let's get to John Cena, shall we?
Oh,
Do you see kind of the transition that I did there? Anyways,
no, stop it.
John Cena comes out, and he's basically on Raw to hype up SmackDown's pay-per-view Fastlane. Talk about how it's going to be... He was able to get himself into that six-pack, into that WWE Championship match to make it a six-pack challenge.
His exact wording was, "I'm here tonight to talk about this match because I know that if I try to on SmackDown, I will be interrupted by the other men of this match." Which, granted, you are a...
That's how a promo works, dumbass. No, sorry.
But to be fair, though, as a free agent, that was a pretty smart move on his part.
Yeah.
It was. But along with this match, he was talking about, I'm going into Fastlane. I'm going to win that championship.
Historically.
And it will be, and I will make history by winning my 17th title, making me break Ric Flair's record. And I will go into WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, I want AJ Styles, when I take it from him, I want him...
I hope not.
I want AJ Styles to use his rematch clause. So it is John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura as the main event of WrestleMania.
I hope not.
We know.
We get it. We get it.
Trust me, you're not the only one that doesn't want it. Interesting enough. Okay, so why? So sorry, why was he on Raw again?
He wanted to make sure he said what he had. He wanted to say what he wanted to say without being interrupted.
Well, he gets interrupted by Goldust. Goldust comes out.
Of all fucking people.
Yeah, I know, right? Goldust comes out. He's saying, I understand, John, you want this Mania match or whatnot, but there's one thing that I want as well. I want a match at Mania. And I feel like I feel like my only way to do that is by stopping you. And before Cena could get a word in, sucker punch. And so we got the commercial.
He said that he was going to shatter his dreams. And that's when he led into the sucker punch.
Yep.
Because he can't do a single promo without referring to dreams and them being shattered.
Anyways, but we cut the commercial. We come back. It's John Cena versus Goldust, and Cena wins.
That's basically it.
Our Twitter page actually tweeted something similar at Elimination Chamber, except it was Roman wins long, Cena wins long.
Well, that was the original one. Anyways.
Cena wins long.
Anyways, so after this, we cut backstage to Kurt Angle, and who walks in but Elias? Elias comes in, he's saying, look, Kurt, I understand that we have to have this Symphony of Destruction match, but you need to consider canceling the match for my sake. And Kurt's like, you know what? You make a good argument. I'm going to consider it. Elias starts to walk away. Okay, I've considered it. No, you're still having the match. In fact,
Elias is rocking that new WWE Walk with Elias shirt. It's amazing.
yeah, it's a pretty good shirt. I heard somewhere that is overtaking Rusev Day as the top selling shirt right now.
I can believe it.
I can believe it. Elias is over as hell.
He is. But Kurt's like, you know what? In fact, because you want this match to not happen, so you can't just run away like you did last week or whatnot. So I'm making this match a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now get out of my office.
Which is kind of funny because it's like, okay, so with the Falls Count Anywhere match, but it's also a Symphony of Destruction match.
They can go into the House of Horrors if they want to.
Oh, damn it. No, I just found that to be really funny because they made that whole stint about, oh, it's Falls Count Anywhere, but it's also a no DQ, so it might as well have just been a Falls Count Anywhere with some extra props thrown in for good measure.
I was like, well, to be fair, it was like, most no DQ matches aren't Falls Count Anywhere.
They're not, but I'm just saying.
I was like,
No, I feel it. I feel it.
Anyways, so after this, we had Bayley versus Mandy Rose of Absolution. Yeah. The only note that I put for the match itself was the fact that Bayley got the win off of a roll-up. It was a very quick match.
It was.
It was good.
It was a very quick match.
Bayley got the win off of
a
roll-up
Yeah.
after being distracted and all of this chicanery by the other members of Absolution.
But I'm glad Paige is returning at the forefront of the Absolution group.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
But speaking of Absolution, they attacked Bayley after the match, to which Sasha Banks. Ugh, I don't know what. Did I just have a stroke halfway through there?
Was Paige also on the beat up, or was
No,
it just
like
Sonya Deville and
yeah,
Mandy
It was
Rose?
Sonya
She
Deville and
did a
Mandy,
couple
but like
stomp.
Paige
She did
was.
a couple stomp.
Oh, did she?
I would say, but she was like mainly towards the side or what.
Right.
Because they want to avoid any
Preserve her as much as
exactly.
possible. Yeah.
But Sasha comes out, fends them off, and after they run off or whatnot, you see Bayley and Sasha Banks in the ring.
I love Paige. She's so hot.
That's good to hear.
Call
Anyways,
me Brad Maddox.
No.
Sasha tries to go for the hug with Bayley, but
Bayley was like, no. Pump the brake, fam.
Bayley
no.
didn't. Okay, I know it sounds stupid, but Bayley denied a hug.
Yeah.
What does this mean for her? Is this that heel turn that I've heard so much about?
Nah. What it's going to be, I'm calling it. Next week, Absolution's going to beat up Sasha Banks. Bayley's going to come down to help. She's going to go for a hug. And Sasha Banks going to beat her up. I'm calling it.
No, I don't think they'd go.
I'm
there.
calling it.
Okay, well, when they do, we won't be here next week due to circumstances, but you can say you were right later on. Anyways, after this, we go backstage. Nia Jax is is icing her arm or whatnot after her in this match with Asuka.
She's having internal troubles.
Yes.
Well, external and internal.
But
Because she's still sad about
Alexa
the fact that she
Bliss
lost.
comes in and she's like, "Look, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I put that in my notes is essentially like pointing out the fact that hey people are considering you a failure or whatnot. You're an outcast or whatnot, but they don't know you like I know you. All right.
Nobody gonna love you more than I do.
I have seen you since you've gotten here, and you've grown so much. And
Which
I
is
know.
funny because didn't Nia Jax come into WWE as a whole before Alexa Bliss?
No, they came in at the same time. They
They
both.
came at the same time.
I would say they both came in because of the draft.
Yep.
No, not even talking about that. I'm talking about like all the way back to NXT.
Oh, I don't know about
Oh.
NXT, but I was talking about.
I
main
thought you were
roster.
talking about main roster.
Main roster, I remember they came in at the same time with the draft.
I
But
don't know about NXT, but yeah, but essentially, you've grown so much, and you shouldn't let this bring you down. So, Alexa Bliss, motivational speaker.
boo.
That's her new gimmick. Anyways,
No,
so after this,
oh no. You know what they should have done instead of Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman then? Alexa Bliss and Believe. Since we
Okay.
want to have this whole motivational speaker crap.
and we move on. So after this, we get the match that everyone's been waiting for: Braun Strowman versus Elias, the Symphony of Destruction match.
God dang right.
So we have Elias on the piano initially, which is unusual because we all know him for his guitar.
He can play several instruments, a.k.a. He played the piano, which sounded beautiful. He went to the drums. He played a rather basic lick, but it was.
The point of that is he even said that he's not a one-trick pony like Braun Strowman.
He plays multiple instruments. I'm going to be quoting Brian Zane. Hey, Brian, how you doing? I love the video you posted. I think it was like Tuesday. But either way, give this man a championship already.
Hey, to be fair, we interviewed him. So
This guy.
Bro.
And if you guys don't know, Jay Sean over here is a music person.
very true.
Former music major.
But anyways,
So he knows what he's talking about.
Yep. But he at some point, Elias is doing his usual rundown to the crowd, saying that he can't stand a single one of you guys. But he gets to the ring.
I wonder how that feels.
I want the lights to go down. I want my proper intro. Lights go down, ladies and gentlemen. Elias. The spotlight comes back on, and he's not there.
That man is gone.
He's It's like we get the lights to come back on, and we catch Elias running away as far away as he can.
That was perfect. That was a perfect spot.
It was a great setup.
And then he runs to the back. He finds a Cadillac in the back. He hops in it, and he turns it on, puts it in gear, and he hits the gas, and you can hear the engine running, but he's not moving.
Revving.
He's not moving. So we get a shot, which I can tell it was predetermined. Like it was one of those pre-recorded ones. But we see Braun Strowman with the front of the car,
The back of the car.
Back of the car. It was the back.
It was the back. Well,
Remember, Elias was trying to back up.
Right.
Well, in the back of the car, lifted up, and he's screaming at Elias, "I told you I'm not finished with you!" Braun is a freaking monster. Please, WWE, give him a belt.
Get these hands, bro.
Give him a title, please. Him and Elias, they both deserve it. Hell, make them a tag team. Let them.
He has the
perfect
like voice for his gimmick too.
Yes.
Yes,
Anyways,
he does.
so
I told you you can get these hands.
Anyways,
Country
so
strong.
they run back to the ring. Braun basically tosses Elias around a little bit, tosses him back up to the stage to where Elias is flopped down under the piano. Braun gets up to the piano. Looks like he's about to perform a masterpiece like he did a couple weeks ago. Gets up, lifts the piano up,
Kicks one of the
legs, slams it down on Elias.
I can't deny my heart was a little broken watching this. It was not a little. It was very broken. I'm not gonna lie. It was broken more than Matt Hardy.
I thought.
Oh my god.
I misread the situation. I thought Strowman was gonna pick Elias up and power slam him through the piano.
See, I thought that too.
That would have been super
That
fun.
would have been.
But I feel like because of all the
Inner
strings
workings.
of all the inner workings, it might hurt Elias. So that's why they decided to go with the
The much safer spot.
The drop.
Yeah.
But basically, after that, Braun pulls Elias out, pins him on top of the ramp. 1, 2, 3. Braun gets the easy win.
Oh wait, I just forgot. We also forgot to mention he hit him with another freaking bass.
Oh yeah, we forgot the bass. How did I forget the bass?
He literally dropped the bass on him. Yes. I don't care what you're saying. I'm going with that one.
Anyway.
I stand by that one. I'm proud of it.
Anyways, so after this, we get Bray Wyatt up against Rhino with Heath Slater in the corner.
They have an actual match this time.
Well, they have a match, but I didn't realize that that Bray was such an advocate for the wonderful vegetable known as squash. It was a squash match essentially.
It went longer for it to be a squash match. It went longer than most squash matches do. A notable moment for me, just because I'm a little bit of a horror fan when it comes to stuff like this. So this moment that was kind of straight out of a horror film, when Bray was on the apron holding onto the rope and he just like arched over backwards over the side of the ring, looking at Heath Slater with like a blank look that also kind of said he was gonna murder him.
Yeah,
that was the most bone chilling. I bet Heath Slater knew it was gonna happen and he was still scared out of his mind.
And after the match, it was kind of had a moment like that to where like Heath Slater wanted to dive in and help Rhino, but Bray Wyatt was like over him like a wolf, over Rhino like a wolf, and Slater
just staring at him.
Backed away. After a bit, Bray Wyatt gets a mic and he calls out Matt Hardy, that he's not done with Matt Hardy.
And he says the Great War is not over, and it will not be over until he gets rid of Bray Wyatt, until he gets rid of Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, I'm here for this. I'm alive for this.
Do you want me to say this part?
No,
you got this part? This is yours.
Oh, I'm alive for this part. We get the... And guess where we get to see Matt Hardy? At the goddamn Hardy compound.
Yeah. I'll say, Hardy is saying that the Great War is far from over.
We got to see the dilapidated boat again.
And like, you see all these images or whatnot, of him prepping or whatnot, and he says that there's only one place where the Great War must end, and it is at the Hardy compound.
I'm so hyped for this. And on top of it, we have that Jeff Hardy has been cleared to wrestle again. They're going to introduce Brother Nero.
Okay, you're shaking Braun, first off.
Braun!
I think with their and also they've given it a name. That was the other thing you forgot to mention there.
Oh, I was about to mention that, but you got it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say it's not the final deletion; it's the ultimate deletion.
Yes. Now, here's my major question: When will this happen?
It's got to be WrestleMania.
What if they do it before Mania? Though?
No, it wouldn't. It just wouldn't work. Especially because
not they dedicate like an hour to just Wyatt versus Hardy at the Hardy compound.
Oh, for God's
on
sake.
Raw.
You know what I would absolutely love? What they would do?
What?
Have them show it. Have them show it at WrestleMania. They're at the Hardy compound. But in between said match, literally don't show anything that's happening at the Hardy compound. Have something else at WrestleMania. Put another match in between it. Then after the match is over, flash it back up and it's like, this is what's happened at the Hardy compound. We see Bray Wyatt standing over Matt Hardy. Then the dilapidated boat just flies in and floors Bray Wyatt. I am so hyped for this.
Okay,
WWE, please let me help you with this. I want this so much. Get your hand away from me.
Deep breath.
I am going to
deep breath.
I'm going to Braun Strowman your hand. Get away from me.
I'm saying it's deep breath. Deep breath.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. WWE, you have literally one chance to get this right. Don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint so many other WWE fans, so many other Matt Hardy fans who have been wanting this for over a year now. Please.
So you still think
I'm
we can
done.
get under 45 minutes?
Yes.
No, we can't.
Yes.
So after all that, we have the 3rd annual Mizzy Awards.
3rd annual. God,
Yeah, he said, like, that's what they were saying. It's 3rd annual. It's the 3rd time they're doing it. And after they've done, like, 3 in a single year. Anyways.
Right. That part.
Yeah. But, first off, Miz is out there. He roasts basically all the movies that were at the Oscars the previous night. You know, talking about, why do you have such films such as Phantom Thread or The Shape of Water when what should have won is the Marine 5?
Oh, you mean that straight to DVD, F- on Rotten Tomatoes trash heap that you call a movie? Frick. WWE, come on.
But
You do such great promo work. You do such great video packages. And those are the types of movies that y'all make. Come on, man.
anyways, it was during this that what was it? So some of the Mizzy Awards this year includes the squandered the best opportunity, and congratulations, Seth and Finn have both won a Mizzy for that honor. Mainly
Yeah.
Seth because of I think it had something to do with like the Shield or something like that. Finn because he never got the rematch for the Universal Championship. Kurt Angle had all the nominees for the worst decisions, which is like, not telling Miz, what Mania's going to be or whatnot. So he essentially wins, but sadly he cannot accept due to the fact that he was too busy sucking up to Ronda Rousey. And he's about to dedicate a lifetime Mizzy to someone who's truly prestigious, one who's been here for many years, and who is days away from breaking Tito Martinez, I think it's what it is. Anyways, his record for the longest reign as Intercontinental Champion or whatnot.
Ooh, who could it be?
When Seth Rollins interrupts, and he comes out and he's like, look, my music had to play because, Miz, you're just dragging right now. You're really just dragging everything just down
Which
right
got
now.
a very cheap pop from the crowd. Like, oh my goodness.
But before Rollins can get too deep into it, Finn Balor interrupts.
Boom. Boom, boom,
And this is where Miz had like the highlight of this whole entire thing. He calls them both losers straight up. You guys are nothing more than losers. You know, Seth, you couldn't. I can't remember what he said about Seth or whatnot.
You went the distance and couldn't even win.
Yeah, you couldn't win this. Couldn't win. Finn Balor, and especially you.
How could you call yourself over? You haven't even gotten a rematch for that title that you held for less than a day.
Favorite line. By the way, Finn, to get over, you need more than a hand signal that's not even yours.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With the too sweet.
With the too sweet.
Miz, to be over, you have to do more than have a move that isn't even yours. In fact, several of your moves aren't yours.
Listen, The Miz...
Several!
The Miz is the second best thing on Raw.
But...
The Miz is amazing.
I'll give him
But Miz is like, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what. How about you two go up against me and the Miztourage in a 3-on-2 handicap match? To which
All
Seth
right.
and Finn are like, yeah, sure, we can do it.
All right, fam, we got that.
And, I mean, the match was okay. There was, solid match.
Yeah, it was alright.
I was like, it's not their best performance, but at the same time, it was still it's a performance you would expect.
It was all right.
Who won the match, by the way?
Okay, so what was so interesting about this match is that I can't remember who took the pinfall, but basically one of the members of the Miztourage, whether it be Miz or Dallas or Axel, Finn was legal, right? And so Finn eventually hit the drop kick to one of the Miztourage in the corner, and they fell down, and so Finn goes up the top rope to prep for the coup de grace.
Coup de Gracie.
And Rollins tags himself in, gets in the ring, curb stomps, 1, 2, 3. Rollins picks up the victory, and then after the match, Finn kind of looks at him like, "What the hell?" And Seth is just like, "Hey man,
A win is a win. Why you mad?
After this match, it was officially announced that Wrestlemania is going to be The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm fine with that. I'm
the
perfectly fine
Miz
with that.
better retain."
He's not going to.
No, he's not going
Nah,
to.
the Miz better retain.
He's not going to.
I think it's going to be Finn.
I hope.
You know, I'm actually going to agree with you. I believe it'll be Finn Balor too.
Unless they throw someone else in the match at some point. But we'll
Possibly
get to
Braun
that.
Strowman, but we don't know.
That's what he was advocating.
That's what I was advocating for. So, yeah.
Possibly.
Because it's like, what else is he going to do at Mania?
Wait a minute. No, you don't get the right to say that you were advocating for it because 2 weeks ago you were saying that you thought Braun Strowman was going to be in a freaking tag team match with Ronda Rousey and Triple Goddamn H.
And you know, what? And you know what? I will admit, I was wrong.
Yeah, you were very wrong.
I will admit that I was wrong. Because
I didn't advocate for this. I wanted a one-on-one match.
Because I didn't know how confident WWE was in Kurt Angle wrestling. I know that he's already done it twice since he's come back as Hall of Famer / Raw general manager. But
damn it.
But at the same time, to be fair, I didn't think that Rollins would be involved in the IC title picture or whatnot, and so I thought at the very minimum it would have been a triple threat of Miz, Finn, and Braun. But you know what? Things can change.
Yeah, they can.
And speaking of things that could potentially change, although it's probably not, the main event for Raw, we had Paul Heyman coming out with the Universal Champion in hand. So apparently, Paul Heyman is the new Universal Champion.
Doggone right. Yeah, he is.
But he comes
he's
out.
He's the best talker in the WWE.
He is.
He's the best talker of all time.
To be fair, though, he can definitely. I heard this, and I will continue. I agree with it completely. He's the best man who knows how to talk for 10 minutes and say absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Anyways, but he comes out basically saying that, essentially, Brock Lesnar, he is not here tonight, but I will bring him here next week. Mainly because of what Roman said. Mainly the fact that Brock Lesnar's a bitch. All right? To which Heyman's like, look,
PG era my ass. They dropped the bitch bomb so many times.
Not only that, but Paul Heyman said bullshit.
Yeah. Right.
Which was
that part.
Yeah. My favorite spot.
But I was going to say, but there's also, I'll tell you something, Roman. Look, he picks up the Universal Championship. This right here,
my bitch.
This is Brock's bitch. All right?
Then he throws it back down to the floor.
Yeah.
The Roman comes out because nobody gonna disrespect his title. The first thing he does before he says a single word, he gets in Paul Heyman's face and he says, "You pick that title up right now and you show it some respect." And of course, what is Paul Heyman going to do? He's in no condition to fight, so he just kind of, yes, sir.
But essentially, he's saying, good. You're saying that Brock Lesnar's going to be in Detroit next week? He better be there. He better be. And
it's not enough. Before he gets to that, it's not enough that Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion. For God's sake, let him just be here. The fans just want him to be here, and on top of that, he want him to want to be here, not just be here because his contract says so. So do that next week. Make sure he's here. Good, but don't have him here to be in a promo shirt. Have him here for a fight.
And that's how Raw ended. So we go from there, and we'll get to SmackDown.
Smacky diddly down.
SmackDown starts off with an interesting interview segment in the ring with Charlotte and Ruby Riott.
Smacky diddly down.
To which the interview is about to start, but Ruby's like, I'll tell you what, I got the mic. I'll take it from here.
You know what's funny, though? You know what's funny?
What?
We were last night made 5 days out from being Fastlane, and we're just now getting to the point to where it's like Ruby Riott and Charlotte are in the ring together, both addressing the fact that they have a title match this Sunday, and it's like,
I mean,
where was this last week? Where was this the week before last?
Okay, time out. Well, like last week, it was the whole entire Ruby Riott beat Naomi, and it's like 2 down, 1 to go, kind of like how Charlotte was with the Riott squad with the 2 down, 1 to go thing or whatnot. So it's been leading up to this whole entire one-on-one thing. And secondly, it's not like this isn't their first interaction together.
It's not their first, but for God's sake, y'all could have done so much more.
But Ruby Riott talks about, you know what, that's the thing about you, Charlotte. You have all these accolades or whatnot. You know, you are the first woman to be both NXT Diva, Raw, and SmackDown Women's Champion.
Dang right.
Your father is the legendary Ric Flair, and you are the queen, such and such.
Basically, long story short, is that Ruby Riott was like, you got handed everything because of your name. I had to work for it. And Charlotte said, no.
Because of my name, I've had to work twice as hard.
For everything. And then it was like, blase. And then the Riott Squad looked like they were about to jump Charlotte. And then Bobby Roode came out.
Glorious!
Bobby Roode came out. The Riott Squad seemed to just disappear for no apparent reason. Charlotte's in the ring looking like, ooh, he's here. They cut the commercial. They come back. Bobby Roode's on commentary.
And then Randy Orton comes out. And it's just like, okay. At first, I thought they were going to do something like on the lines of the mixed match challenge, considering they're their partners. But like they didn't do any of that.
Like, legitimately, I was sitting there like...
And first of all, why the hell was Charlotte had this smug-ass smile? I mean, it's not like...
That wasn't smug. That was just pure joy.
Right. It's not like he was going to, like, protect you from the Riott Squad. Like,
what was she going to do? James Ellsworth super kicked him?
Right.
Speaking of James Ellsworth, it's actually the intergender championship, which I'm actually kind of... Yeah, he has a championship right now that literally can be defended against men or women.
Yeah. Anyway,
I haven't read that.
Huh?
I haven't read that.
Bro, he's been all over Instagram.
Yeah. Look on
I don't have Instagram, that's why.
Okay, so yeah.
That's also a thing.
I think he has on his Twitter as well, so just look up James Ellsworth or whatnot. Anyways, we're getting far away from the point. Let's get back to the reason why Bobby Roode was there. He was there to watch Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. All right? This one-on-one match.
Modern day. Sounded like Chewbacca there. Raja!
Anyone's gonna do it, it had to be me. No, I'm joking. I mean, this match overall was a solid match. Can't really complain too much.
We got to see Jinder versus Randy Orton for the upteenth time.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, it's like, it's not like it's gonna be disappointing every time the two are with each other. I especially love like their money. I like their Money in the Bank match, for example.
You mean the Punjabi prison match?
No, that's the Battleground match.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Not talking about that trash again. We
Anyways.
brought back the Great Khali for one night with no explanation as to why.
Because Punjabi. Anyways, we're getting far away from the point. Sunil Singh tries to interfere in the match. Randy Orton isn't having any of it. He comes out and he performs the traditional Sunil Singh table spot of having him flip over awkwardly onto the table that doesn't break.
For God's sake, man.
Because he's too light.
Yeah.
Right.
Jinder gets outside. He attacks Randy for a second. He tries to toss Randy into the table. Randy reverses it and tosses Jinder into Bobby Roode.
Dun, dun, dun.
They get back into the ring. They fight for a little bit. Randy Orton's getting set for his RKO when
Bobby Roode jumps up on the apron.
And he's like, come on, you want me? You can have me right now. Come on, come at me right now. Jinder Mahal pushes Randy Orton into Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode falls down. Jinder Mahal locks in the Colossus. 1, 2, 3. Jinder Mahal wins. So here's my question.
I did it for the Rock.
Now here's my question. When are they gonna just go ahead and put Jinder Mahal in this match, in this U.S. title match? No. It has to be a triple threat at this point. Like, I'm surprised they didn't announce that initially.
Oh, so that'll be SmackDown's retaliation to Raw?
No, I feel like what's going to end up happening is Jinder is going to cost Randy Orton the United States title at Fastlane, which is going to lead to a triple threat at Mania.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Anyways, so after this match, we cut backstage. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens is coming up to Sami. He's confused about, what you said last week. You said that you're willing to, if it comes down to it, you're willing to lay down for me in the middle of the ring and let me win that championship. To which Sami's like, look, I know it sounds crazy, but you deserve it, man. You have all these accolades and whatnot, and you've proven in the past that you deserve it, especially with this oppressive, conspiracy vendetta that Shane has against us or whatnot. You deserve it. And then they share an awkward hug.
And it's like, yeah, and besides,
Kevin
you'll be
Owens.
on your way to being a Grand Slam champion. How great is that?
Kevin Owens
not even that
has
close.
the weirdest, hugging face. Like, if you guys have seen, the God's Plan music video by Drake, it looks like that when he's, hugging, the one kid after he gave the mom a good bit of money, and he's like... And Kevin Owens just
I'm not editing that in. Anyways.
Oh, come on.
No. Copyright.
Come on, man.
Copyright.
Just the one picture.
Yeah, especially.
Anyways,
Anyways,
put a little copyright thing down at the bottom.
Anyways.
We don't own the picture.
after this match, or after this little bit, we
right
had
here.
a hype package between the Usos and the New Day, to which it made me realize how excited I should be for this match, considering the fact that these two have put on amazing matches every time they've been
The
there.
New Day is getting serious, and I like it.
I enjoy the seriousness.
If Big E is to take a more central role as like the leader of the New Day, I would not complain at all. Because the way he cut that promo last Tuesday,
Anyways,
Oh my God.
but after that high package, we cut to Shinsuke Nakamura backstage, talking. The interview person is talking about how,
fuck this segment.
I was like, what?
I said fuck this segment.
Oh, come on.
No.
Anyway, listen. Basically, the interview bot's asking, do you want AJ to win? To which Shinsuke's like, I want to make sure that AJ wins because at WrestleMania, I will beat AJ with a knee to the face.
Which was fine. No complaints.
Rusev interrupts. Rusev comes in talking about how Shinsuke has potentially destroyed Aiden English's vocal cords because of your Kinshasa. Because of that, he wants him at Fastlane, to which Nakamura accepts and says that Sunday will be Nakamura Day. And as he's walking away,
Can't
Rusev's
just
like,
make up your own holiday, bro.
you can't just make up your own holiday, bro.
That was the best part of the whole.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That segment was ass for
What?
2 reasons.
No.
2 reasons. I actually want to hear
2 reasons. Let me explain why. One, because why the hell is Nakamura and Rusev why are they contending against each other when very clearly Shinsuke should have his sights set on Mania at this point? Now, my second problem with this is going to lead up to their match at Fastlane, because nobody wins in this match. If Rusev loses, he's gonna once again start to be buried again and against somebody that's on the cusp of being super over. Versus Nakamura, if he loses, he's already over as hell, which is going to diminish his momentum on the way to Mania. So literally, it's a lose-lose situation here for both superstars.
This is just...
You sound like you've been watching What Culture?
No.
It's one of those, look, this is just...
It's common sense.
I'm not thinking too much about this match. That's the thing. It's one of those... It's just,
I mean, nobody's really thinking too much about it, but when you take a step back and look at
it's
it,
I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, Rusev can take a loss. Rusev has taken losses ever since Rusev Day was a thing, for God's sakes. He lost out of
But they were trying to bury that gimmick, and then when they found out that they couldn't bury the fucking game, it's like the Yes chant.
But at the same time, like, no matter what, people are always going to say Rusev Day. And to be fair, Rusev really hasn't won much ever since Rusev Day was a thing.
Which is why,
Rusev
considering he's on the cusp of being super over, they need to give him a fucking championship.
It's one of those I see what you're talking about, but still. Anyways, so after this match, we had Becky Lynch versus Carmella. It's an interesting match. It was an interesting match.
This match made me completely forget that Carmella is the Money in the Bank holder.
Oh, yeah.
What was this match again? I'm sorry.
This match was basically started because Becky Lynch last week was like, who wants to see me beat Carmella?
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. And
if it's a WWE exclusive, I will admit this. Y'all said this is a WWE.com exclusive thing that happened. Why are we seeing it on Tuesday night SmackDown Live then? So we just gonna forget about the fact that you just said it was a WWE.com exclusive. What does exclusive mean? That is only for that one specific thing.
He gets the most passionate about the most minuscule things. Yeah, I love it.
What do you think I gotta do? What do you think I gotta do?
You don't have to deal with it because you can leave if you have a problem with it.
Fine, I will. No.
Bye.
You would hate you. Anyways, but the only major part that I put in this match was, for some odd reason, so Carmella had Becky Lynch over the apron or whatnot. I was about to do like a running knee into her when all of a sudden they cut to Naomi watching backstage on a TV.
Watching like a normal person.
As the move happens. As in no one sees the move until after they cut back. They see Becky Lynch on the ground. It's like, oh, okay, here's what you missed.
Yep.
It's like, wait until after the move before you do that shit. Seriously. You see a move about to happen. Why would you... anyways.
Cut away, yeah.
But Becky Lynch won with a disarm her. They cut back to Naomi backstage. Natalya tries to defend Carmella and all stuff like that. Tries to put some gossip about Becky Lynch, blah, 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 blah. And like at Mania, I'm going to go for the title, blah, 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 blah. It's nothing.
Nobody gives a shit about Natalya anymore.
Sadly.
Hey, that ain't sad. Nobody gave a shit about her in the first place.
I'm not going to lie, though.
She had momentum back in the day.
I was going to say, I'm not going to lie, though. I did appreciate the fact that they gave her the title recently. She had a decent run with it.
But they didn't do that because they wanted to give her the title. They did that because it was Naomi's punishment for saying that she was going to have an extravagant entrance at SummerSlam when they didn't have one planned for her.
Was it?
Yep. Because she was on commentary for a match on SmackDown, and Corey Graves asked her, "Are you do you have anything special planned for SummerSlam?" She's like, he asked specifically, "Do you have like a special entrance that you're going to do, or anything special with your entrance?" And she said, "Yeah." Vince didn't like that because he didn't have anything special planned for her, so they had to plan something special, which cost money, and so they inevitably ended up making her lose the title to Natalya, and that's why Natalya held the title recently.
Well, then why didn't they bring it? Nah, never mind.
That's why she didn't hold it for very long. That's why she literally dropped it to Charlotte like a month later.
Anyways, how about we cut back to what was supposed to be the main event? We see AJ. He goes into the ring and he's essentially airing his grievances, talking about, I know I have to fight all these people. You know what? I'm gonna fight no matter what.
Right, bring him on. And
then he brings up the fact that John Cena beat him last week and then said this on Raw about the whole entire 17-time champion. I'm going to be at WrestleMania. My road to WrestleMania goes here. But AJ's like, I don't want Cena to win. I don't want any of these guys to win. I want to win because at Mania, I want that one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
because that's what everyone wants. So at Fastlane, I'm fighting for Shinsuke because that's the match that I want.
Right.
Dolph Ziggler comes out. He calls AJ Styles desperate. He calls AJ Styles desperate. Because that's honestly what he's starting to sound like. It's like, you think this is all for the fans or whatnot? Listen, let me tell you what. Forget dream matches and everything, all right? Look, whenever, people can turn on you in an instant. Look, I used to be a Money in the Bank contract winner. I cashed in.
Oh, I loved it. I loved everything to do with Dolph Ziggler.
It's like I cashed in that night after WrestleMania, and everyone was in the palm of my hands. And then they just forgot me.
To be fair, though, that run as champion was kind of forgettable.
But essentially, Dolph Ziggler...
I remember pretty much nothing about it, besides the fact that he won it from Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah. Anyways.
It was great.
I don't even remember who he lost it to. That's how bad it is.
Oh, he lost it because of injury, right?
No, like who he lost it to.
No, he had to give it up, didn't he? Because of concussion?
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyways, we're getting
That's
completely
how
off track.
unforgettable
Basically,
it is.
Dolph Ziggler is like, look, you're not having a match at WrestleMania. I am. I've never had a single like one-on-one match at Mania.
Which actually made me realize, like, holy crap, he's been here for a long ass time and had not had a one-on-one WrestleMania match. That's really wild.
But AJ's like,
That
you
is
know
very
what?
wild.
You know what? Screw everything else. Let's have that match. Let's have the match we're supposed to have. Let's have it right here, right now. And so that's what they do.
Yep.
One, there was a good, like, between these two, there was a good couple of moments. One of the moments I put down is the fact that AJ's on the apron.
It is on the apron.
Dolph Ziggler is trying to do a superplex back into the ring with AJ. AJ tries to tease it the other way. They both go back and forth a little bit. AJ gets him over and onto the apron. Dolph Ziggler gets the advantage and slingshots AJ Styles into the ring post on the apron.
Yeah.
To which, credit to AJ Styles selling that like a champ.
Yeah.
Yep. Not only that, but like Ziggler's spot where he tried to steal the Styles class.
Yeah, he tried to do the whole entire
That-
Styles class.
I can't believe he actually.
I'm glad WWE is like planting the seeds of like wrestlers starting to steal another person's finishing move. That's just like
I would say they've been doing that for the past couple of weeks. If you look about it,
right. I'm saying the past couple weeks. That hasn't been apparent until the past couple weeks.
I was gonna say, like, for example, freaking, what was it? Rollins did the AA on the John Cena.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're teasing that there's going to become more common now.
Anyways, but sadly, before this match could get a conclusive result, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they come out and they attack both Ziggler and AJ Styles, making the match end in
Thank
DQ.
you. Thank you, Ziggler. Wait, thank you,
Sami
Zayn
Zayn.
and
Cammy.
Owens. Yeah, Cammy.
But
Cammy
then,
Owens.
Cammy's Owens.
Exactly.
Shane McMahon comes out. And he's
Pick
like,
up the money.
no.
Here we go.
You two, before you even think about moseying on out here, you two get back in the ring.
Here
And
comes
I know
the
what you're
money.
thinking. You want me to make AJ versus Dolph go up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a tag team match? No.
Instead, why don't I just make it what the main event at Fastlane was supposed to be, and make it a fatal 5-way?
With this guy.
Before that bitch John Cena decided to come over here and ask for a handout.
But
Then Baron Corbin comes out,
Yeah,
which, and I didn't like this because the commentators really tried to like make Baron Corbin out to seem like a threat, and it's like he ain't no damn threat.
Exactly. Like, y'all know damn well he is not a
Right, and
threat.
like, oh my God, Baron Corbin! Oh, fucking Jesus on the page.
Hey,
To be fair,
hey.
though, he hit Kevin Owens with a freaking sick-looking deep six.
Well, I didn't think it was that sick because I didn't think Baron Corbin realized until like, oh shit, like halfway through the move, because there was a spot where KO had started to turn on his own, and then you see like Corbin like grab Owens and then finish it. For me, I thought that Corbin had like forgotten that altogether.
I think there was also another spot. I put in my notes. I put phenomenal for nope. So I imagine I can't remember this exact spot, but I imagine like it was it Baron? I think it was Baron Corbin.
Yep.
So it was whenever AJ's armband was like on the apron or whatnot. He was getting set for a phenomenal forearm. He was about to jump up whenever Baron Corbin like grabbed him or attacked him or whatnot. I think. Am I right?
Yeah, he essentially like
That
pushes
sounds
him
right.
back.
Yeah.
But overall, this was like whenever it was made to a fail 5-way, it was a really good match. But it was the ending that got everyone's attention.
Uh-huh.
So, clusterfuck goes on. Ziggler and Corbin are outside the ring. Kevin Owens attacks AJ Styles before AJ can do a move on the apron. As Kevin Owens is readjusting, Sami Zayn hits with a haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn gets the win by pinning Kevin Owens.
And Sami Zayn was celebrating like he just won the fucking WWE Championship. He was like,
and the interview person like after the match is like
Dasha.
Yeah, was it Dasha? Anyways, but like she's out there, is like, look, we know we all saw just what happened, but I think the question is why? And essentially, Sami Zayn is like, one, you have to be more specific when you say why, but two, why did I turn against Kevin Owens? Well, I don't know, maybe because I'm the most underlooked performer on the roster right now.
He said he was the best performer on the
I'm
roster
the best
as well.
performer on the roster. I'm also
And
the most underlooked.
And I've been underlooked for too long. Mm-hmm.
So it's time for me to take a stand. It's time for me to prove that I am the best.
And that was a great spot, and that was SmackDown.
That was SmackDown. So, shall we get to our Superstar and our Show of the Week? Or, not sure, our
Match of the Week.
Match of the Week?
Yep.
So, who wants to start this one with Superstar?
Oh, shit, me?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so Superstar of the Week, I'm going to have to go with Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Fucking love Dolph Ziggler. Easily probably one of my favorite superstars on the roster today. Still think he should get a main title run, but it probably won't happen. Anyways, I just liked everything Dolph Ziggler had in the match when the one-on-one versus AJ. When he hit that zigzag on AJ when AJ was like had the ropes.
You thought for a second it was over?
Boy, because I expected it, but I don't know. Yeah. I liked it. And match of the week.
Oh wait. We each use Superstar. Then we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
I apologize.
I'll get my Superstar of the week out of the way. My Superstar this week, despite me going with my bias of Braun Strowman, I'm actually gonna go with Ronda Rousey this week. It's one of those, like, Ronda Rousey has been on a little mini tear as of late. They've really done a good job building her up the way that they should be, or whatnot, more than anything.
The question is she a superstar, though? Because she hasn't competed in the match yet.
We'll get to that. We'll see that Mania.
I'm
the
messing you.
The fact that they made that match official, and just to see, basically, Ronda Rousey do just even the tiniest bit of action. You know?
That big-ass Samoan drop.
The Samoan drop. The freaking snatching, essentially, Stephanie McMahon's weave at this point, and just bringing her onto the apron. Essentially. You know what I mean.
Tracks.
It's just... It's one of those, I never thought I'd say this.
It's not weave, they're tracks.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm excited to see Ronda Rousey wrestle in WWE. So... Ronda Rousey's my wrestler of the week.
Join the bandwagon.
I think her moveset will be kind of clunky at first until she gets used to it.
I feel like it's gonna be Brock Lesnar-esque, only there's gonna be more moves.
Nah, Lesnar doesn't look clunky though in the ring. I feel like Ronda, considering it'll be her first match in the WWE ring.
Well, to be fair, she'll be surrounded by two of the best wrestlers of all time with Kurt Angle and Triple H.
No, I agree.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Time for my wrestler of the week.
Oh, okay.
Y'all thought my wrestler of the week is Matt Hardy.
I figured you'd go with that.
Oh my God, I'm so hyped and excited. We got the Hardy compound. We got the the boat, damn it. We got the boat.
I want to see Senor Benjamin.
Oh, that's coming.
They
that ain't
better
the only
bring
thing.
Senor Benjamin back.
Oh, we're going to get to see Brother Nero. We're going to get to see Vanguard 1. Oh, we're going to get to see it. We're going to get to see King Maxwell.
Stop.
Beating off on a page on that one, big boy.
King Maxwell
skeet.
and Wolfgang. Oh my God, we get to see the Woken Universe. I'm so excited. Matt Hardy was literally like one of the one things that kept me interested in wrestling in the year of 2016. So thank you very much.
Do you want to go ahead and get your segment of the week?
No,
I think I know what you want for match segment of the week.
You mean
Match segment? Actually, no.
Oh, you got something different?
My match of the week is going to go to the Symphony of Destruction match.
Okay.
Simply because, as a musician, nothing breaks my heart more than to see the senseless destruction of instruments. But at the same time, I enjoyed it very much. It was so much fun. It was cartoony at best, but it still did such a great job of putting over two great talents. Good job.
I'm going to agree, and I'm going to agree with the reasoning as well.
Okay, so your match of the week is also Strowman versus
Symphony of Destruction.
Symphony of Destruction.
It was just a very well thought out match for what it was. Plenty of destruction, as it lived up to the name. So I was pretty happy with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, my segment of the week is going to be what this guy was going crazy about. I'm going to say the whole entire Rhino versus Bray Wyatt, a.k.a. the announcement of the Ultimate Deletion. Look, as Jay has illustrated, the fans have been excited for this moment. Bray Wyatt put a good match on, a good, simple match that made him look strong, which is what he's been needing for a bit now.
Right, and especially against an opponent like Rhino.
Especially against Rhino.
Yeah.
Especially against Rhino. And the fact that the interaction between the two and the video package that has already been prepared, it makes many, myself and Jay especially, super excited to see the Ultimate Deletion finally happen. But with that, I think that's everything, right? I think of course we are.
And now it's my favorite segment of the week, the dry macaroni moment of the week. That is the moment of the week that leaves a dry taste in my and possibly many other fans' mouths. This one is gonna go. I'm at a toss-up here. Because I have two great things that I could really say this for. But I'm going to go with what the absolute hip-hop hell was that y'all did with Bobby Roode and Charlotte. Like, there was no explanation. There was no reason that he should have come out. He didn't help Charlotte by keeping them away. They could have continued to beat Charlotte down. What was he going to do? Grab them by their hair and throw them up the ramp? There was no reason for that. It was really stupid. And if you were really going to do something, you should have had her introduce him as her mixed match tag team partner, and then have him come out and be like, yeah, I'm here, I'm cool, whatever. But no, you did it, you ruined it, and it was just so awkward. Like, where did Charlotte go? Why did she just magically disappear after commercial break? It was so stupid. WWE, that was so stupid. You have truly dished out a dry helping of macaroni. Shame on you.
My dry moment was the Roman Reigns rebuttal of the end of Raw, and everything he addressed to Paul Heyman was just kind of like, okay, all right.
That could have been a good one.
It was just like it wasn't like I'm not gonna say it so far as to say it was like really like I wanted to like turn the channel, but it was just like, okay, Roman, like,
right?
No one gives a shit at this point. Like, we were excited when Paul came out, and now you came out to rebuttal, and it's just like, So, but yeah, you got one. You want to skip it?
This segment is stupid. I never do this thing.
All right. So, with that being said, that was the weekly rundown.
Yeah. Jay, you want to take us home?
If you enjoyed today's episode, why don't you go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below? Why don't you go ahead and share this video with everybody that you know, because sharing is truly caring. Why don't you go ahead and hit us all up on Twitter and hit up our collective What the Wrestling Twitter page, which will be linked down below. And did I share, subscribe, like? Subscribe to us if you haven't already subscribed to us, because if you haven't already subscribed to us, you are just not doing it correctly. And with that being said, I've been Deshaun.
I've been Natty.
Rocky Gold.
And with that being said, holla at you boys.
Hasta luego, mi amigos.
Yeah.